And hey, what's up, YouTube viewers? This is EdwinMols. I'm here with Chile, of course, and we're just about to start the quarterfinals of the entire month of May for Monthly Mayhem, otherwise known as the semifinals for Bracket B between Team Name on blue team and GodlikeTier on purple team. And okay, we are ready to go. So I'm going to let them know.
Yep.
And they'll start this draft mode any second now. So, Chile, this is our first time seeing Team Name play, ain't that right?
Right. They had the dubious pleasure of having a double disqualification on what is it? The first game of the month, I think. So they actually were ejected straight into the quarterfinals.
Yep. They went from showing up for the first game, automatically winning, and then automatically winning week 2 also as well. So, yes, we are ready. And I think Sujoli just realized that he does have to start the lobby. There we go, and we're in.
And as we've noticed several times, these teams are not disconnected.
Yeah, that's still weird though. That still happens. Man, talking about updates coming up for League of Legends. We were just discussing earlier today, Chile and I, the patch preview, which I'm blown away by the update to Summoner's Rift. I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, and I really liked some of the little touches, like the fact that you can now see where towers are targeting, and the CS counter. That's gonna help me so much because I always forget about CS. I know I'm a bad player.
No.
But if it's up there in the corner, it's gonna like constantly remind that I have to be pushing myself to get more of those. So I think that's gonna help my game a lot.
It'll mean for me that I won't be asking one of my favorite support players to play with when I play AD. His name is Manticles, and I always ask him. When we're in lane, I'm like, hey, dude, what's my CS? And so he has to check my CS for me. So I won't have to ask him to do that anymore.
You still have to ask him to check against the other carry.
Yeah, sure. Oh, and actually, I just received a feedback from one of the stream viewers that we, aka Reserlia Magnus, that I sound fine on the stream. So
yeah, no, you got better pretty quickly after.
Oh, okay. So there's actually things going on. We could probably talk about those.
They were really fast, though.
The ban's interesting. The first ban in the entire game was coming out of Team Name on blue side. That was Fizz. Now we have seen Fizz played for GodlikeTier. This is a little uneven now because, of course, Team Name has the information about how GodlikeTier plays.
But even we don't have information about how Team Name plays.
We have no idea what they want to do. So the first ban, Fizz, we have seen Fizz played by Monotony. As the AP carry before, and he played it to great effect. He got really fed, I think, during the second.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The second week, and just kind of rolled that game over.
So perhaps some insider information.
Yeah, absolutely. Tangerang goes ahead and grabs that Warwick. We did see him play Warwick in the first game, of May, and he actually proved to use that really well. I think he went unkillable throughout the entire game on that Warwick, and just really helped drive his team to victory.
Yeah, we saw another Warwick too, I think, in a different game who did a similar thing. He's just been a popular pick.
Absolutely.
And you can see, of course, he's probably going to go top rather than jungle with Warwick.
I wonder.
I mean, I'm all in favor of the Lee Sin jungle, and I'm also in favor of these summoners, Smite Exhaust, aggressive.
Yes. Sorry.
With escape.
Sorry about that. I was just changing my escape preferences because I noticed that whenever somebody would come online, a little thing would show up in the bottom part of my screen, and I didn't want that to be on the video. I think it was for the previous weeks. And actually, let me take this point to formally apologize. All the videos are up, and by that I mean the 2 from the first week of May, but the second week is still yet to go up, and I'm going to have them up as soon as possible. I really do guarantee. I've had some personal things getting in the way, most notably Diablo 3, so I apologize for that, but they'll be up soon, as well as these 2 games today, so that you can watch those on YouTube.
Yay!
And celebrate, especially the people playing in the game, because it's always fun to go back and see what the commentators were talking about.
See how wrong we are about things.
Yeah, or see the things that you missed.
Or the things that we missed.
Yeah.
I think we've seen Wujidafua playing Ezreal before. Am I just making that up, or is that the case?
Well, actually, at this point, it's kind of hard to remember. However, the Sona Ezreal combo we've seen it at least once during this tournament. I'm not sure if it was from this team or from another team, but Sona Ezreal is a classic poke bottom lane that has a lot of range and a lot of harassment. It can be very effective against the more relaxed kind of farming
But, you know, on the other team name, we have Cow and Graves, a very, very aggressive bot lane as well.
Yeah, and a very intent Cow as well. We did see that was a first pick Cow, so they knew they wanted to play him from the get-go. And finally, rounding it out with a Rumble and a Kennen now. That's very interesting. Two AP-based casters with a lot of great AoE spam that don't need blue. And that's saying quite a lot for this team. On the other hand, Nautilus, a mana-using jungler that looks like he's going to have a lot of blues for this game. So team name putting himself in a pretty good synergistic position.
Meanwhile, of course, Lee Sin can donate the blue, but who is he going to donate it to? We have Katarina mid.
That's a good question.
GodlikeTier.
But actually, this is a smart pick. I'm not sure if GodlikeTier was thinking about this necessarily, but the fact that they're on purple team means that their top lane doesn't have access to blue. So Tangerang on Warwick won't be able to get donated that blue. Now, if they're on blue team, this would still work out really well. Warwick could completely roll his lane with a blue buff, especially when his mid doesn't need it. And I guess that Lee Sin's just going to be taking it and appreciating a little bit of energy, additional energy, what do you call that? Regeneration. Yeah, thanks. And some cooldown reduction.
Definitely. I mean, it won't hurt him. And we've seen Tangerang top on purple before, going in, taking that enemy blue. Seems really good to do some counter jungling, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that either.
Yeah, that's true. Overall, I feel like the CC can be very, very good in the team fights for team name. Alistar's Pulverize, Kennen's all the things, his passive specifically.
Yeah, we got to talk about that last pick, Katarina.
For Monotony, yeah, absolutely. And that as you said, it's a last pick. Last pick Katarina, so the Katarina's picked with full knowledge that she has an Alistar stun, Kennen stuns, and all the CC that Nautilus has to offer to prevent her from being effective in this game.
I'm a little surprised. I mean, there is a lot of CC for team name, and I think it will not be any trouble for instance, Alistar just to save a headbutt to just get rid of that ult as soon as it starts. And it's certainly worthwhile in team fights.
Absolutely.
I guess I would expect to see a Katarina pick if they knew that the other team had very little CC. But Monotony maybe just knows a lot about Katarina. He's confident with it. He can play well and get his own buff.
Katarina's can be great in lane, especially to starve the opponent. Katarina can do trades with other AP casters when they have to spam their abilities and eventually run out of mana. It'll be interesting against a Kennen who doesn't have that problem.
Right.
Neither of these champions have the ability to really starve one another. Although Katarina can, if played correctly, make smart moves on Kennen when she knows that Kennen's abilities are on cooldown or that his energy is too low to use E to get away and so on, stuff like that.
Yeah, her harass probably a lot more reliable than Kennen, since Kennen's got to deal with the creeps blocking his shurikens.
All right.
And Katarina's bouncing blade just goes right through all the creeps and doesn't care.
Yeah, that being said, Katarina doesn't have a ranged basic attack, so that's
good point.
A lot to say. I think it's going to be a tremendously exciting game. I mean, look, we got Shunpos, we got Lee Sin, the Blind Monk, hopping all over the place. There's few things I think more satisfying in the game of League of Legends than seeing a perfectly placed Rumble ult just tear through a team.
Well, when you're on the other team, I'll tell you, it's not very satisfying from experience.
Yeah, well, in the moment, certainly. I would say one of the things that can come close to a perfectly placed Rumble ult would be a perfectly placed Nunu ult that gets all the way to completion and
that is good.
Hits all 5 members of the other team like that. A difficult thing to pull off, and so worth it when you do.
So we got this white screen bug. It'll go away, hopefully. I'll need to check my settings once we go in, make sure we're in borderless. I think we will be.
Yep.
But I'll just make sure.
Aha! I had an error message, but it went away.
So there's 2 ults that CC will interrupt on GodlikeTier. We can get rid of Warwick's as well. That's kind of interesting against a team with a decent amount of CC.
Yeah, it'll be a testament to whether or not team name has the coordination and responsiveness to be able to use that effectively. Obviously, if they stack CC, that actually work against them pretty heavily. On the other hand, if they give people roles like saying, "Hey, Alistar, you're going to be on Peel Patrol. Any Warwick alts or Katarina alts near our important targets like Irish Cold on that Graves, or Swim on Kennen, you need to be peeling for them." While Nautilus, you can go out and be the aggressor. You can be focusing down targets like Ezreal, focusing down targets like like monotony on Katarina.
I like the phrase Peel Patrol. Peel Patrol.
Peel Patrol.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Donkey Kong.
The CC on GodlikeTier is mostly just Sona ult and Warwick ult, and that's about it. That is in fact it, except for Kick, I suppose.
It's certainly good for picks. I mean, basically, GodlikeTier has the ability to respond to anything really quickly. Look at all the mobility. Lee Sin, Ezreal, Katarina, they can jump all over the place.
I did know that as well, yeah. You've got a lot of people who can get on somebody and just kill them right away. Like you said, assassins, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I am... Obviously, we're completely unbiased here. We're just watching the game, commentating.
I mean, I'm unbiased. Are you biased? Why would you be biased?
I kind of want to see Rumble do well.
Oh, okay.
Just because I don't really see Rumbles too often. I think he's a really fun, really cool character. And can be really interesting to play. We do see, actually, Alistar peeling off to the bottom right now for Team Name. Going to be probably warding their red to make sure they don't get counter-jungled. He did start with a Fairy Charm and 4 wards, so it won't set him too far behind.
That's a smart move. I mean, that's a move about on a team which expects that they probably will be counter-jungled.
Yeah.
Lee Sin is the counter-jungler, in my opinion.
The counter-jungler. Now, by the way, if you're watching this and you're not aware, OGN, one of the new one of the new Korean leagues for League of Legends and esports in general, has been having games featuring the MIG team. MIG teams Frost and Blaze right now, who are making waves in the League of Legends esports scene. You should definitely go check them out.
I've been hearing things about them, but I haven't been able to find it in the games yet. I'm really excited to find them.
It is something to behold. CLG was put down very effectively by MIG Blaze, which is considered the second string team for MIG, rather than Frost. And you just gotta watch them to play. They're just playing the game differently, and it's great to see how they do this. Now, Monotony actually is in a place... Oh, but a fail flash by Alistar, and the Pulverize is on cooldown. Do they want to go in? Safety Patrol will flash in as well. They're trying to make this aggression pay off, and Safety Patrol getting very low. Will Nautilus survive? He is out of the fight now. Evil Horse Riders backing up, and here's Alistar. Might go down to a single basic attack. They will effectively get away, but at what cost?
It's a 5v5 at level 1.
And I wouldn't say 2 fail flashes. Nautilus's flash wasn't a failure, but it was definitely not necessary. And now we have 2 flashes down for Team Name, which is going to be significant in the laning phase. Tangerang, very low going into lane, but will pop a pot and probably be okay playing that Warwick, of course.
We did have, let's see, Ignites from... Okay, wow, we have actually, like, oh my goodness. I'm trying to look at all the summoner spells.
Both heals down. Both heals down. Ignites
like
from
5, 6.
Ignites from Kennen and Rumble. That kind of gets rid of any really early couple levels of aggression in mid or top. Ignites for everyone but Ezreal.
Yeah, Tangerang and Monotony also with the Ignites. That was exciting. I mean, I think obviously that Alistar flash, if it had hit, would have been huge.
Now the question is whether or not Team Name can can GodlikeTier capitalize on the fact that they have flashes and the enemy team does not. Ganks are going to be much more effective for GodlikeTier here in the following couple minutes.
Sure, but we can see that, you know, all the important characters, shall we say, Irish Cold, Evil Horseradish, and Swim all have their flashes up. It's just the jungler and the support which use theirs.
That is a good point. Actually, yeah, and Evil Horseradish looks like there was some pressure from Lee Sin against him on top with red, but didn't look like to be effective whatsoever.
But yeah, Lee Sin actually missed his Sonic Wave, and that's about the gank.
that is the game, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. I think these teams together will provide a game in which the most possible number of unpronounceable names exist for us. We have Smile. Wait, what is it? Smiley face guy. Oh wait, no, that's right. Smiley face guy.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah,
I can say that.
That's Alistar.
You don't say that.
Swim JTP. We can say Swim. Actually, that's not too bad. So Team Name's pretty good with their names.
It's mostly just woulda, 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 woulda.
Yeah, that'd be for GodlikeTier, of course, and even Sliat and Sijli.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's see if Team Name can effectively help us out by kicking GodlikeTier out of the month of May and giving us names that we can pronounce for the finals.
Giving us the opportunity to be able to pronounce the people's names correctly.
Yeah, help us be professional, Team Name, and take this game for the win. Also, it's just nice to see these guys play.
Yeah, they showed up, you know, first week, and have remembered to show up this week, which is good because they had a week off.
2 weeks off, yeah.
Yeah.
which is really impressive, yeah. By the way, if you are interested in signing up for June Monthly Mayhem, yeah, we're going to have this every month. You can sign up at lawreport.com. And since I can't remember the exact URL, just go to lawreport.com and then go to the tab on the right side where it says Monthly Mayhem, and it'll show you how to sign up. It's real simple.
Do it. So, look at all these boots we have on a team name. 4 people start with boots 3.
and they all kept in the exact same place. I myself do like to put my potions on 4 for some reason.
Yeah, that's wrong. I hate it.
I know.
So this is interesting. We have both junglers bottom trying to be sneaky.
Oh, here's Smiley Face coming in. He's like, wait, we're getting ganked, and then Alistar getting so low, he's probably gonna go down to Sicily right there. And Irish Cold and Safety Patrol practically giving him no support there. I think that if Safety Patrol immediately upon seeing Lee Sin there had gone in, that could have gone differently.
Yeah, I think you're right. They kind of waited to counter gank, but then the counter gank was already over.
Smiley Face definitely wanted to bait them in, but then they were there.
Baited a little too hard.
Yeah.
To his own death.
Look at the aggressive brush warding here. Here for Team Name in bottom lane. That's definitely going to be help them prevent GodlikeTier from camping that brush. And as Sona and Ezreal, that's actually good. It's good to know when and how they're going to be trying to poke harass you.
Yeah, actually, they didn't have that bush warded a second ago when the Nautilus came to gank. So I guess once they saw Nautilus head out, they realized lane ganks were going to be a thing. And we can see Tangerang top already warding down by blue. I mean, it's sort of a gank ward, but also to check and see if anyone's going in.
We did see that both Tangerang and Evil Horseradish have backed Tangerang into a Null Magic Mantle, a strong start against that Rumble. Rumble going to be picking up an Amtome, most likely working towards the Hextech Revolver. Pretty common for both champions. We see that the CS is pretty much even top lane. The CS for the 80 carries. Highest, actually not highest in the game. Wow, wait. We've been completely ignoring Monotony here in mid, and he's been, well, he's not crushing, but he does have a 10 CS lead already on Kennen, which is pretty dang impressive considering that, again, that's a melee caster versus a ranged caster.
Yeah.
That being said, though, Kennen's actually sitting on Boots 3 pots right now. He's got all his cooldowns up. He has not been touched at all in lane. And hold the horses, hold the phones. We have Lee Sin in top right now. He's getting the blue buff. There's the ult from Tangerang. So he's going to jump in. Can he get the Q onto the tower? The Rumble ult was very nicely placed. Tangerang's onto the tower diving. The Ignite's on, though, and the tower's getting him pretty low. Oh, if Kennen had somehow been near Evil Horseradish, be careful, my friend.
That was nice work from Evil Horseradish, flashing and using his ult.
Yep. Getting
out of there. So we can note that Katarina is actually hard leveling Bouncing Blade, which I think is smart against this ranged harass.
I actually, you know, recently I've come to the conclusion that I think you should just always go Shunpo.
Oh boy. Looks like we've got some trouble here for Slay.
Meanwhile, Slay's getting very low. Sona will flash out. Yep. And yeah, that was a lane gank from behind the turret, so not even that surprising. Irish Cole will pick up the kill with Buckshot on Sona, putting the game at 1-1 and equal gold.
Yeah, they were actually, what happened there is bot lane for Team Name actually forced Ezreal to use his Arcane Shift to get out and leaving Sona kind of by herself. And then they were able to just chain CC with Nautilus and Alistar. Nicely done. Yeah. And also nicely done for not trying to be too aggressive and getting the lane gank from the brush. Sage Patrol understanding that he needs to... They may have seen it be warded. Yeah. I mean, the Bouncing Blade is working. Bouncing Blade works. I guess I like Shunpo because you're gonna kill people with Shunpo more. Also just because it does so much damage. But you know, if Kennen's not gonna mess with you, man. If you don't need to trade, Bouncing Blades is fine. You can push the lane against him. You can really put him in uncomfortable situations and win out in that lane. We have Sigilly coming in, but Monotony saying no. Heck no, I want to back out of here. Got the Hextech Revolver already. And that's also one for Evil Horseradish. So many non-mana casters in this game. Yeah. Really one of the things that makes... Also plus Lee Sin. Also Lee Sin, yeah. One of the things that makes League of Legends pretty unique when it comes to the MOBA environment. This is the use of different... We can see Tangerang actually heading mid. Nautilus is nearby. Oh, they're going for a Tangerang ult under the tower, but here's Nautilus. Safety Patrol, does he have any vision to this? We're going to actually check vision right now for Team Name. No clue. Safety Patrol wants to come in from the left. Oh, and they just got a glimpse of Tangerang. Tangerang's going to come in on Kennen right now. There's the ult. Oh, and the double ult. That was really well done. Wow, yeah. Swim had absolutely no chance. Tangerang getting very low. Had no chance to use any of his CC to prevent
both of those ults, that, as we said before, can be interrupted from being interrupted.
I mean, I think what he could have done, though, it would have been a kind of hard decision to make, is just ult as soon as he saw Warwick.
Yep, because that'll continue even during the Warwick ult.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to assume if Warwick's coming behind your tower, he's going to ult you.
Yeah. He also could have flashed the wall. He had it up.
Oh, okay, good point. I mean, it was just so fast. You know, you see Warwick and you're thinking, oh no, I should probably get out of here, and then you're probably already dead.
Well, if he sees Warwick and he gets the Q and W off, that's actually 2 stacks. If he pops the ult before Warwick ults, the next stack, which will immediately go on him, will actually stop him instantaneously.
Yeah, but of course, that was a tough decision to make.
Yeah, and that requires a lot of forethought too.
Yeah. Probably just the surprise of having Warwick there was enough to get the kill.
So actually, that was pretty interesting that GodlikeTier chose to do that, because certainly Tangerang is not having any trouble in lane here. He was saying, how can I try to help us win the early mid game? Because so far I would like to say GodlikeTier not having much trouble in the first 2 rounds. They've won pretty easily, pretty handily. And so far this is the most resistance that they've experienced. So Tangerang and Monotony saying, look, we need to be aggressive here. We need to make a play. And get ourselves into a position where we can use some muscle.
Lane constantly pushed bottom for GodlikeTier. They really want to force Graves to CS off the tower, and since they have everything warded, or they don't anymore. Well, they were pretty safe from ganks. I assume they'll reward soon. Poke
harass is always more effective when you don't have minions to be attacking and last hitting, because then you can focus all your efforts on doing damage to the enemy. At the same time, Alistar is also really less effective when he's pushed back to the tower. He's usually better pushing and in brush. So I think that this choice from Slayat and Ezreal is a very good one.
Alistar is at the best where he's just standing in brush and not doing anything.
Yep.
Just his presence alone is enough to distract the enemy team. But we do have Nautilus coming bottom now. Safety patrol. He's not sure where's warded.
Actually, they just did ping over the ward. So Graves, Irish Cold, and Smiley Face guy did see it. Oh no! Here's a evil horseradish. Very far forward on Tangerang top. He's gonna get ulted. Wow, so far out of position, and just had to know that was coming. He will ult and flash away. He's moving pretty quickly. Can he get out? Tangerang actually taking the long way around, but here's Monotony coming to pick up the kill.
Actually, what's interesting there is Monotony actually came up and then figured it was over and actually started going back. And then once he started running, the evil horseradish started running, came back again to get the kill.
Yeah. And I think that this is a pretty important fulcrum, so to speak, in the game. This will be a turning point when Tangerang really feels that he's significantly farther ahead than Evil Horseradish, and we can see 1,000 gold difference in the teams. Certainly not a lot, but it is the largest we've seen so far, and well, GodlikeTier's goal is certainly to keep that growing. I mean, yeah, I think we should actually, or at least I'm impressed by how little that is. This is a pretty even game so far. Yeah, we do see the CS is really even for the AD carries. Graves actually up just by 7, so the pushing not doing a whole lot to prevent Graves from farming, but again, he does have that buckshot at the tower. Yeah. Overall, yeah, CS is fairly even, but again, Tangerang's going to have a nice lead. Actually, Tangerang behind in CS from Evil Horseradish. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised considering how many times he's left lane. Yeah, and considering that it looks like Evil Horseradish is really using his ability as well to be farming up this lane. Actually, that's a decent lead, yeah, 20 CS. I mean, when your opponent leaves lane, you have 2 choices. You can go counter gank whatever they're doing and try and help out your team, or you can just CS. And it looks like Rumble's opting to CS, and he's doing it well. In the end, whoa! Spam pinging coming from GodlikeTier. They do see safety patrol coming down the river, thanks to that ward at Dragon and the ward in the side brush for mid, which basically gives the signal to Ezreal and Sona to say, hey, this is a good time to back. Let's go ahead and buy some items. Unfortunately, Irish Cold and Smiley Face guy had a good place to push the lane and make Ezreal lose some decent experience. So we'll see whether or not Irish Cold pick up the hint. We got another 3-man gank coming top. Oh no, here's Evil Horseradish. Tangerang needs to ult soon, but no, actually Evil Horseradish is taking way too long to back out. There's the ult. Can simply get in there. Lee Sin needs to go, and there's Evil Horseradish. He has overheated. Tangerang coming into the tower. Actually, Tangerang getting so low. Evil Horseradish should have turned around earlier. Might have been able to pick up the kill on Tangerang. But yeah, but he was silenced. He couldn't go in. Monotony wants to come in from behind. There's the ping. Evil Horseradish. Swim's coming around. Swim. No, we need you. Swim. Don't go back to mid. Swim, come top. Swim. Here's Monotony coming in. Evil Horseradish, very low. Shunpo would probably finish him off. And here's Swim. There's the ult. And then Shunpo with Ignite to pick up the kill. Oh, no. Yeah, that's too bad. It's hard because Evil Horseradish's ward is not in a bad spot. It's just that with so many people coming up from mid, he should really try and cover the river a little further in advance, I think.
Now we see GodlikeTier taking that turret.
Or just when you...
Oh, but look, this is smart. Team name going for Dragon.
Actually, yeah, very, very well played. I was just going to say he could have just backed all the way out and given up the turret.
That was a great Dragon. Realized 3 people ganking top.
Yep.
Get Dragon.
I'm actually
going to pick up the blue,
kind of surprised that Sona and Ezreal didn't try to do more to prevent that. They may not be able to stop the Dragon, but they could sure hurt them a lot.
I don't think they actually... I think their ward died. You can see there's no ward there right now.
I mean, yeah, but that's critical thinking right there. Like, look, you guys just did a 3-man gank top. What are they going to do if they're not in bot and mid lane? Not that mid was there, but they didn't know where mid was, so...
Yeah. But Warwick did pick up the enemy blue, which he's definitely going to like, and you can see Warwick's been roaming a lot this game, securing lots of those kills for the team.
Yeah.
In fact, it's only... Katarina actually 3-0. I didn't realize that. Picked up most of the kills.
Yeah, 120 CS.
That's someone you don't want to feed.
Ouch. Although, that being said, you can be as fed as you want, but if you don't have the chance to do the things that you do, all that gold that you have doesn't mean a damn thing. So it'd be interesting to see what happens if Katarina gets fed, but then is CC'd out of team fights in a way that she just is negligible.
Yeah. Tangerang really, really aggressive in the
Oh, he's going to find Irish Cold in the jungle. Here's Lee Sin coming down as well, so we will have 4 pretty close here. And oh no, Rumble and Kennen are pretty far. Irish Cold on the tower by himself. Are they going to go in for the kill? Yeah, they are. Tangerang, he has the ult. Is he going to go in on it? He probably should have. I think he should have at that point.
But now the team's here. Team then will probably be able to defend this.
Yeah. The gold difference is only at 1,000 right now. Not significant whatsoever. Actually, there's the smiley face guy with a great pulverize hanging here, getting very low. He will die during his ult from the Irish Cold collateral damage. Not sure if that collateral damage was necessary, but screw it. He got the kill. Here's Sona getting very low. Sona's flash is down.
Where's the pulverize?
Oh, there it is under the tower. But meanwhile, Monotony's coming in. Oh, and just dishing out the damage. The Shun Pulls are flying. That cooldown reset from kills is proving to be incredibly effective. And Monotony shoots up to 4-0-2 here on the tower. Safety Patrol getting low, trying to take it. Actually, Safety Patrol with a great immobilize. The exhaust will go down and flashes out. Finally,
wow,
picking up the kill. Wait, Swim getting so low, but the E will get him out of range. Monotony pops that. Oh my God! He with the ward jump to dagger kill. Monotony shooting up to 503. Well played, even using that Bilge Water Cutlass and the Elixir of Fortitude to stay alive under the tower during the dive.
Look at like just that fight was going so well for Team Name. Like it was perfect. They got a pick, they chased, they got a great pulverize under the tower, and then Monotony just came and cleaned up everyone.
And you need to see all those cooldowns used. That's great stuff. But back out, take your wins. Don't quit while you're ahead kind of idea, because they don't know where Katarina is, and they had to have known that she was coming. Oh, now here, Evil Horseradish might want the kill on Monotony. Can he go for it? He'll get double buffs if he can manage to get this. But another ward jump, because when you have all that extra gold, why not buy a couple wards?
Right.
It'll save your life and get you kills. That was exciting.
Yeah, that was very good.
Oh, wow. Well, that will put a 3K gold lead in the pockets of GodlikeTier. Looking very nice here at the 18-minute mark. Laning phase is pretty much dissolved. I mean, people will go back to the lanes to farm a little bit, but these guys are ready to group up and get things going. We'll see that Ezreal is not going for any kind of slower like phage build or anything. Triforce is going straight for that BF, most likely into Infinity Edge. Tangerang will be spotted by a ward from Team Name, so hopefully Swim will not fall from this again. Tangerang will be invading the same spot that he did last time he got the kill on Swim in mid, but here's Safety Patrol again. This is like the same positioning we saw about 9 minutes ago. He's going to come in. Tangerang, he has the ult, but the E away will put him out of range. Tangerang taking 2 tower shots, and we'll get out.
Swim a little faster on his buttons that time.
Yeah. See, bot lane getting really zoned right now, even just by the Sona. And a big, this is interesting, a double tower pressure right now for GodlikeTier. They're pushing onto bot, they're pushing onto mid. The bot is actually kind of just a farce. They don't really want to take that.
Both towers are really low, though.
Yeah.
Both mid and bot, about a third. Yeah, almost exactly. Oh.
That pressure is really important.
816 and 762, so they're both very low.
The only ranged members of GodlikeTier, though, will be Ezreal and Sona. So that mid push is going to be pretty much ineffective. Unless everyone leaves. Everyone's pulling down the bot right now. I'm not really sure why Team Name is doing this, kind of floundering around looking for something to do. Now here's actually Monotony and Tangerang sending a big wave to mid. They might be able to get this, although if they commit too hard, they might actually die to Swim and Evil Horseradish. I want to see the Rumble Cannon combo, man.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it very briefly earlier, but unfortunately, Kennon's ult only hit Tangerang.
Yeah.
Nani actually has a ward right by the tower. I guess she used that to escape, or he used that to escape. I didn't realize.
That was... yeah, I think that was to escape. Yes, that was an escape one. Running away from Evil Horseradish on Rumble earlier. There will be the mid tower falling with everyone around. Team Name just kind of giving that one up. I'm not sure if they should have done that. Ouch. Especially the two melee champions. Here's Lee Sin coming down. There is no ward for Team Name in the river. And here's Tangerang and Manani invaded the jungle. They have total map control right now. We can see the vision is... Oh, and Manani getting the ult on swim. So I'm getting very low. Will die to ignite here in a second. Boom. Manani picking up another kill at 6-0-3. Evil Horseradish getting caught up at Tangerang's ultimate. There, pop goes the Rumble, man. I have to say that apparently every game.
Katarina actually leading with the ult, like just ulted in the bush as Kennen walked into the bush.
Oh, and no, that's so beautiful. They're not going to interrupt you if they can't actually see the it coming. And plus, then you have the ult into the Shunpo Q.
I mean, Kennen did use the ult. I think he probably should have either used it earlier.
Oh, but not going under the tower.
Just not at all.
Oh, but now that
Irish ult's gonna be okay.
There's the Ezreal ult gonna whiff completely. Yeah, field goal.
Monotony just doing so much for his team right now, really putting them into a dominating position.
Absolutely. And now GodlikeTier going to back up, go in and pick up Diablo. That's right, this has actually been changed to Diablo. The Lord of Terror, the Prime Evil. If you haven't gotten to Act 4 yet, I won't spoil it for you, but man is it good. Whoa, that game is fun as shit.
See, I haven't played it. I'm probably going to get it this fall.
Actually, Diablo Lord of Terror is only worth about 1,000 gold per team. So not that impressive, really. Yeah, no, it is super expensive, but I mean, when compared with the
Are you talking about Diablo 3 or like Dragon? I'm not sure.
Oh no, sorry, Diablo 3. Compared to the price tag of League of Legends, which, as we know, is a mere $8,000.
Yeah, so free.
If you haven't seen that Penny Arcade comic, you need to.
Both Lee Sin or Sigilly and Monotony showing that always having a ward on champions that can jump towards very, very intelligent.
Yeah.
Katarina, as you can see, actually picked up that last of those kills because of the ward.
I would like
has been able to get away from them as well.
I do have to hit F2 here real quick and check out the warding for GodlikeTier. Actually, it's not as comprehensive as it was before. It was a couple minutes ago that they had the entire bottom jungle warded, which is really nice. Team Name's warding is defensive, certainly. They actually don't even know the dragon's down right now, although they must figure that it is. I mean, at this point, if you're in Team Name, you know that your team is behind. You may not know that it's approximately 6k gold, but you know that you're behind in some way. And just the price tag, the need to kill this Katarina is just growing and escalating ever so much. And we see Monotony carrying these games pretty often on Fizz, on Katarina, playing unconventional AP carries and doing very well. So
yeah, and we can see Katarina, she just picked up a needlessly large rod.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Especially after Hextech Gunblade, which is a really expensive item, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Katarina was doing huge chunks of health before, and now I'm just frightened to see what the ult is going to do.
Yeah, but definitely a shout out to Monotony in general. Been playing very well throughout this entire tournament. And also one of the easiest names to pronounce so far, so I appreciate that as well.
Yeah, actually, personal thanks to that as well.
Here's Tangerang, actually with the Oracles. He will see the ward that is just laid down by Smiley Face Guy, and we'll pick that one up. Warwick, going to be building a Guardian Angel probably pretty soon. We do have the Sapphire Crystal Chain Vest, most likely going towards the Glacial Shroud, but could potentially go into an earlier Guardian Angel. We'll have to see. It is, after all, only 23 minutes. Safety Patrol picking up that blue.
Yeah, Ezreal actually flew towards it, but was a bit early.
Yeah. And
Tangerang just looks like he's ward searching right now.
He's completely ward searching. I mean, they knew that Team Name was at blue. So, why not take a little walk around the forest, check out what there is to see, and set up for an eventual Baron or a push, because at this point, basically, if you're in a team in this position, you have the items, no reason to dilly-dally. If you want to fight, that's great, but you have to get the other team to fight. How do you get them to fight? Baron, turrets. Or catching them. But
yeah, or picks. Yeah. For sure. Jilly, you gonna ward Baron? Nope, actually no ward on Jilly. Jilly actually has not that many items, just a Hex Drinker, Merc Treads, and Uriel's Lantern.
We do see
At this point, I would expect to see something related.
He does have 1,500 in the game in the bank. He will be backing into a Phage. I expect.
That's what I would do for sure. I really love Phage on Lee Sin.
And that small item buy, a small item start, those like nice, concise items that kind of give you everything you want. Hex Drinker, Wriggle's Lantern, Phage. Those are really fun to play, or really fun to buy, and really effective in the early game.
Yeah, and mid game I would say as well. And it looks like right now in the mid game, this is where they're securing the lead.
Yeah.
Or GodlikeTier is. So now we have Oracles on Alistar as well. That's good. Actually missed a word there though.
Smiley face guy. Gonna need boots 2 here at some point. Although it's not that necessary in supports. That Ruby Crystal
missed another ward. Oh no, that was his ward. Never mind. Tangerang searching Baron for wards. Not gonna find anything.
Oh, team name gonna run into using Evil Horse Radish, finding Tangerang and Evil Horse and Monotony. Actually, Monotony not thinking that Tangerang was gonna get the ult, but he does. In fact, the flash over the wall, very good. But Tangerang follows up with another flash, and here's Evil Horse Radish going down, and this is gonna be an easy Baron.
Yep. The Ezreal ult actually picking up that kill.
For GodlikeTier, unless team name is able to do something to prevent it, but it looks like Swim, Safety Patrol, Smiley Face Guy, Irish Call, all just willing to back up and let them have it, and this is not what they want to do. I think contesting might even be the smart option, considering Tangerang's ult is now down.
Yeah, and Ezreal ult.
I mean,
it's sort of unfortunate if you remember back into the game how many times Evil Horse Radish has had to use his ult a quarter of a second before he died.
Yep.
I think it's probably been like 4 or 5 times.
Or just been in bad positioning. I mean, he's had his lane pushed when he got ganked. He's been, he's not backed all the way from the tower. I feel like there were a lot of, and this is not to rag on a single player or anything like that, but there were a lot of decisions that Evil Horse Radish could have made to prevent getting this far behind. And sometimes as a player, you'll feel like those getting as far behind as you are currently didn't have to do with your decision making, and it's important to recognize when in fact it does.
I mean, though that's true, I think it's also important to point out that GodlikeTier really focused on shutting him down, and we saw like 3 or 4 double, triple ganks top. It's really hard to deal with that kind of pressure.
You're absolutely right. Tangerang said, "Listen, I want to be roaming, but at the same time, you don't want to let this rumble get too many CS ahead of me." So, actually, what is too many CS? Too much CS? Too many creep kill? Too much creep score?
Yeah, it doesn't make. If you're going with creep score, then it's too much, I would say.
It just
anyway, look at this pressure now.
It sounds weird. Look at Monotony, the Katarina way out in front.
Yeah, absolutely.
For all the CC of team name, they just don't have. They want to save that for after she goes in. I feel like a combo from Alistar when she's that far forward would not be amiss. Take on Monotony before anyone else, and then go on the rest of the team.
Yeah, and I mean they do have the AOE. Like they have Rumble and Kennen, and we really only see one ult of those together, and it wasn't they didn't have a lot of people in it.
Yeah.
I think those two together will wipe out a team at this point.
Yeah, considering collateral damage and Buckshot providing a lot of AoE as well.
Evil Horse Radish looking like he wants to go in.
Yeah. The Katarina Shunpo.
And that was 4 too. Lee Sin was picking up red, but now he's here too.
Alright, well they're going to batter this out eventually. Ezreal is putting damage on the tower. It is less than half.
Also doing a lot of good poke as well with that Q. I can't remember what it's called. What's it called?
Mystic
Still
Shot.
Remember. Mystic Shot, there you go.
Yep. And if Team Name can... This is where they need to fight. I mean, they need to fight before this tower goes down. This is the time to try to turn this around.
Yeah, but Horse Radish is the one who wants to go in, and he's in the front. We need to have Alistar
the Pulverize, but it only hit Lee Sin, and they're just going to back up. They're just not feeling confident about actually fighting this. They're going to back up, let the inhibitor go down, and the lead will be cemented, I think, for GodlikeTier. I don't know how they're going to recover from this.
Yeah, we really need Nautilus and Alistar, those tanky kind of bruiser characters, in the front.
Yeah, and Nautilus can use his Q. I mean, look, if Katarina Shunpo's away, okay, sure, you got the Shunpo. If she doesn't, that Q into E, into all sorts of CC can take her out before the entire fight can even happen.
I think the team name's just so scared of GodlikeTier right now. They have Baron, they're in the lead. They just don't really want to fight, but at the same time, you can't just let people take objectives.
And you can't be trying to go for race right now when Maggie's going to come in, do the ward over the wall, find Safety Patrol, and get the kill. Safety Patrol will flash the wall. Here's a Smiley Face guy, so brave, going in with the ult and the Pulverize to save his friends, but the chase is on.
But that was like, what, 3 ults?
Yeah.
3 ults just to save one person? I mean, Kennen was out of there immediately. Like, he had no intention of going in.
How many ults was it? It was 4.
Yeah. And now there's nothing going to be stopping these guys from taking the turret.
Not at all. And yeah, exactly. GodlikeTier's, hey, that's free now.
Yeah, I think they need to fight. Like, they're scared, but they have to fight. And at this point, they can't. They just used all their ults. I mean, there would not have been the worst spot to fight, you know?
And you know what?
If they had Kennen ult.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I understand. this is just a late game experience and team coordination confidence kind of thing. Because actually, honestly, Team Name played very well in the early mid game. They kind of lost their lead somewhere in there, but up until right now, up until these kind of like really teeth gritting, hard to make decisions, they've been playing very well. So I'm impressed.
Absolutely, yeah. Some of those. First off, the 5v5 at level 1 was incredibly exciting to watch.
Yeah, you know, imagine how this game would have gone if that Alistar flash had not been a fail one. You know what he was trying to do, because it's very easy to flash into the Wraith camp directly over the wall, but he was trying to go at an angle to be closer to them, and he just pushed that angle a little bit too hard, and it ended up not being on the other side of the wall, so he fail flashed. Yeah,
and I'm actually also wondering what would have happened if Katarina, for some reason, had been back and not showed up bottom for that team fight, which ended in an ace, because Team Name was so strong. They got, I think, 2, 3, and then all died. Like, if they'd kept that lead, they would have had the lead from that point.
Yeah, and that was the chase where Katarina went all the way back to the inhibitor turret to pick up the kill on Irish Cold.
I mean, I think that was probably
or
the
Swim.
fight.
I can't remember who it was.
And it was a really exciting fight. I mean, good on Monotony for being there, but I just wonder what would have happened if I hadn't been able to get there in time, because I didn't even realize she was there. I was so busy watching on the rest of it. I have trouble with calling champions by their gender or the players, especially if no player's gender.
Yeah. If you're a guy, only play male champions, so we don't have that problem.
Yeah, can we just make that a thing?
That's a...
Are we gonna go in now? No.
No, we're not gonna go. We're gonna pull back, and here is a 5-man. No Baron up though, so they may feel a little bit more confident about going in. But Swim taking so much harass. Actually, I like the Abyssal Scepter, but wow, getting chewed through by those bouncing blades. Needs some help from like a from anything, honestly, dude. From levels more than anything else. Like we got all 18s. Oh wait, no, what am I talking about? I'm totally lying.
Just Monotony is 18, but even so, that's 3 levels above Swim.
Yeah.
And has everything up.
Oh,
and I'm not even going to try and fight this turret. Not even going to try and fight the inhibitor either. I mean, now they're going to have 3 inhibitors down, and they could have fought any of them. They might have lost for sure. But
and each one they take is going to make the next one harder to defend.
Right, exactly.
I accidentally just backed up to earlier in the game, and I was like, what? And then I had to jump too high.
Well, we got a push going in. They're doing damage to the towers. There goes Smiley Face Guy.
They're one team fight away from just losing this game straight up. Here's Smiley Face Guy going in, but oh my god, Alistar getting shredded before even having a chance to use his ult. There's Swim coming in with the ult. So much damage going in. Tangerang will get it. Nope, there is finally ult picking up the kill on Smiley Face Guy. Monotony in there doing tons of damage. A double kill on Alistar. Irish Cold.
I think you're behind me.
What?
I think you're behind me.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I was. Well, for the YouTube viewers, that was really exciting.
I mean, we saw the same thing just a few seconds earlier. Tangerang on the Nexus.
Yeah.
GG.
I'm up to live right now. Irish Cold actually might die into the turret. The missing shot and a basic crit will get him.
Going for safety patrol too.
And you know what? Well played by GodlikeTier. It was even in the beginning, and they just said, you know what, we're gonna make plays, we're gonna make it happen, and they totally did.
I think we gotta give props to Tangerang roaming, where we're getting some of those kills on mid, helping Katarina start the snowball, which eventually ended the game.
Honestly, yeah, every member of GodlikeTier played very well.
Absolutely, but you know, kudos for the roaming ganks.
And once again, Monotony, you will be the you will have the most kills in this game, so well done. So be GodlikeTier advancing to the finals for the B bracket, aka the semifinals for the entire month, and that will be actually next Friday at 3 p.m.
Yeah, but also kudos Team Name. Actually got to play a game, and they played really well. Yep. Especially early on, we saw some great plays from Team Name and really consistent farming throughout. So thanks, you guys. Hope you play again.
Yep. Well, for you YouTube viewers, we'll see you guys next time.